So this appears to be the end of the road for me. I didn't take the oath to join the Luciferian cult, the oath to the serpent in Denver, Colorado, February 13th, 2023. And that would appear my only opportunity to get off the targeting list. Like I said, I'm being completely persecuted according to Gina Mares for things that I did to her ancestors thousands of years ago. I'm on the terrorist watch list. I know that I'm being falsely accused of being this horrific, violent, scary pedophile. There's some big changes coming in the world over the next 2 to 3 years to usher in the Great Reset. One world currency, one world religion, one world government. It's the Luciferian New Order. I have the most powerful people in the occult, in the Luciferian occult, which a lot of the elite, that's who they worship. The wealthiest families in the world, that's who they worship. They have single-handedly been able to get to law enforcement, various government agencies to block me from getting any type of protection despite having evidence to the contrary. I just want to make it clear that I've never hurt anyone and I'm being framed, and I know they're going to use artificial intelligence to make it look oh so real that I actually committed some of these heinous crimes. I am my son's blood sacrifice. So over the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to see a lot of changes in the world, and you're going to see the return of gods. One that I could have been had I taken the oath. I could have been very famous in a fake, false savior way. I guess in a Satan-ran world, which Satan runs this world, it's maybe not a false savior. It's a satanic savior. I apparently, according to the occult, was someone that was very powerful back in the day, thousands of years ago. Gina had told me her family had the power to erase history, to erase names within that history. When you see a god return as Lucifer and it's a woman, then the fallen angels will say that they were the good guys this entire time, trying to take down a terrible Old Testament God that flooded the earth, caused disease, did blood sacrifices, hurt their son Jesus, and then hurts him present day. And they say that the Old Testament God is a woman. I was told to be prepared to be famous twice. I know what they're planning to do to me. It's the biggest frame job, the cruelest story ever told in history. I know I sound like a mental patient when I say that the Anunnaki gods are returning in a couple of years. There's no returning. They're here. 2 of them are in Spain. One of them is in Blue Ridge, Texas. And another one could have been sitting right here. But I got scared when asked to take an oath. I suffer from PTSD due to a lifetime of abuses, but Over the last 5 years, my targeting has been so brutal, especially the last two, that when I was approached with an opportunity to be a part of this group, one, I found out that the person I was on a date with lied about being married. And really, that was my main concern versus being able to join this occult. I was more concerned about someone lying to me, that I couldn't even focus on the offer at hand. I mean, we're talking about all the celebrities, the major athletes, major musicians, major top-level politicians, major top-level billionaire businessmen and women are all part of the club. I got invited to be part of the club. Little old me. I look pretty ragged out, but I clean up nicely. I had billionaire families entertaining me joining their club. It would appear I had a choice. Join their club, take the oath, get off the terrorist watch list, be safe, be protected, have extraordinary fame of the positive kind. Not taking the oath and failing the test means I'm going to be famous in a very unpleasant way. In a way that goes against every grain of my being. I've never hurt anyone. I'm an empath being made out to be a psychopathic, adrenochrome harvesting pedophile. So everything that the people that are in these higher level of occults, because they've got to do certain things in order to get that payback. Lower level occult members, they don't have to do these sorts of things. It's at the highest of the high level. I can assure you, I have no money now after losing $800,000, my home, clothes, pets, trinkets, everything in between. Ran off the road, abduction attempts. I've had every government agency slam the door in my face when I go to them with voice recordings of what's going on, documentation of what's happened to me, things that would, lead to opening an investigation. I've been shut down simply by mentioning the names of those that have been hurting me. I was told they were going to take me to Colorado. I was told they were going to eat my heart, cut it in 6 to 8 slices. As we go through this great reset, when there's been numerous resets throughout the course of history, it would appear on the blood sacrifice to the serpent himself for this upcoming great reset. The highest of the high occult members. They live in Spain the majority of the year and are in Colorado during the winters. I just want to put a final message out that I have never touched a child inappropriately. My 23-year-old son is saying that I'm violent. My ex-partner that I was with for 10 years and never raised my voice to was telling people I was violent. Wouldn't tell me where she moved after our divorce and that she needed a gun because she was scared of me. I traveled every week for work, out of state for days on end. If my son thought I was this horrible person, he had a safe, wonderful place to go. His name's Aiden Farley. My ex, Laurie Wright, comes from an affluent family. In fact, her family bought her a house with cash as soon as we got divorced. She had financial resources to leave if I were such a terrible person. Both of them could have laughed at any one of 100 business trips I took a year at least, with me being gone. My story will single-handedly be the coolest story ever, ever, ever told. All because of whom these people think that I incarnated as, and because of what I supposedly did to the fallen angel bloodline, to their ancestors. These people have taken on spirits because they come from the Most High. And these spirits don't forget things that happened 3,000 years ago. Of course, I have no clue what they're talking about, so I'm getting punished, dragged through the dirt. I've lost anything. I'm penniless. I don't exactly know why. I've been able to draw some conclusions. When you're told to watch the Da Vinci Code to know why you're being targeted, that your parables are full of fallacies. They are about to snuff out the light in order to usher in the false light. Lucifer will be Gina Mares, light bearer, morning star. They stole my son, Adam Farley, who will be returning as the Anunnaki Jesus, light-bearing morning star. They planned to say the Old Testament God was evil, the fallen angels were amazing this whole time. My son, while under the influence of a spirit, after I called the police on him, had said he'd been waiting for this day his entire life. The Anunnaki will reveal themselves, bust out amazing technology, immediately stop war, when they could have, and disease, and crime, things that they could have done 2,000 years ago if they weren't trying to set up an innocent soul. So my targeting, while I say it's been going on for 4 to 5 years, it would appear it's been in play for 2000. I've been told I'm going to be taken to Colorado, where they do a lot of their sacrifices. And I'm supposed to just sit around and wait to be called up by the Antichrist for crimes I would never commit in some military mass arrest for satanic pedo ring. The Satanists, the Luciferians projecting their crimes onto me. It's going to cause me to lose my life. And those closest to me, my inner circle, being offered the chance to take an oath, and each one of them did. Except for me, because I got scared. Truth be told, I would have taken the oath for protection. I'm not going to sit here and say, but I would never have ever in a million years signed up to hurt someone. I just couldn't get protection from law enforcement, sheriff's departments, FBI, Department of Homeland Security. I've been trying for 2 years. I would have worshipped a jelly bean or a donkey or a spider for protection. But I couldn't get it from even those closest to me that I have protected my entire life. So I'm at the end of the road of my journey. My end is coming soon. It's obvious. Please know I never hurt anyone into being framed and set up by your next gods.